we are back. We are doing pretty good. We thank you for sticking with us through this whole entire thing. We love the fact that you send us a lot of well wishes and good luck and just keeping us in your prayers. I think a lot of your prayers and a lot of your good vibes really did help us. We were so lucky when so many others were not. I have been posting on my personal profile a few updates, well, a lot of updates as to what's going on recovery wise, and I don't know how much longer I'll be doing that because it's not like it's ramping down, but I just don't want it to be overkill, if you know what I mean. I don't want to overdo it, so I might just wait, and if it's something really, really important, then post it. Other than that, we're not doing much. Duke is going to be napping most of the stream, as you know. That's what he normally does. Either that or private time. We'll have to wait and see on that one. As far as the damage we got, it's just the oak trees in the front were stripped of some of their leaves, well, a lot of their leaves, and a few branches fell. Nothing serious, nothing bad happened to us, except power went out and the internet was down most of the last weekend. So I was lucky that I could do what I could. I have no plans, no real notes. I didn't set anything up. Poor little dog. This little dog has had a little bit of a week. He broke another baby gate. We had to MacGyver one. Had to kind of put a board so he wouldn't be able to open it. He figured out how to open the board, how to slide the board with his nose. So we had to fix that. He had a bath yesterday, poor little thing. I didn't film it because he was actually crying. He did not want to have his bath. He actually cried for the first time to have a bath. He didn't want one. It's not like it's that bad. I mean, for him to have a bath, but he hates it. As usual, he hates it. Yesterday evening was an interesting evening for Duke. The guy who used to own his mother, when he was born in that guy's care, made a pass yesterday just to check on Duke and see how Duke was doing. Duke went berserk, spun me around, and almost knocked me over, and I've been dealing with my bad ankle ever since. So I'm kind of limping around, no thanks to this little guy right here. And then when he was leaving, he stayed in his car. We stayed on our property, you know, social distancing and all. But he got to see Duke, and Duke got to see him. But Duke wanted him to pet him, and almost took my mother down too. So we had that. Duke even wooed at a couple of kids that were walking on the road yesterday evening too. He's never done that. He woos at somebody when he likes them. He's never seen these kids before, and all of a sudden he wooed at them. I find that very strange. It was like it sideswiped us, the path that it took. Everywhere from like under Rapides Parish, going towards the coast, all the way to New Orleans was literally spared. Maybe tree branches here or there around here, but that's it. But you go from Cameron, where she made landfall, and she goes Cameron, Lake Charles, literally up into Rapides Parish and up north to Shreveport and Monroe. And it's a lot of damage. I won't be shocked to hear how much the monetary damage is going to be. Once everything is said and done and calculated, I'm not going to be surprised if it's an immense amount. Because she's already on record as one of the strongest storms to hit Louisiana in, I think they said 150 years. I could have heard wrong. I'll have to recheck those facts. But she is the only storm that hit Louisiana that remained a hurricane all the way through. She didn't drop to the tropical depression until she got into Arkansas. That is a fact. That I know for sure. And that was scary. Yeah. So that's why Rapides Parish, Natchitoches Parish, Shreveport, Monroe, a lot of the cities going up got a lot of tree branches, roof damage, and a lot of things. Power out, water out. I know the Lake Charles area, their water treatment plant, they have 6, I don't know what you call them. Some out of 6, 5 were either damaged or destroyed. I don't know what they're called, but they don't have water. They still don't have power. I've been seeing the electric trucks up, and we went to our local store today just to go see, to make a walk, and electric trucks still going, and they're going, and they're going, and they're going the direction like they're going towards Eunice, and they're going, and they can take those back roads to go to Lake Charles. I don't know if I-10 is still closed going that way, but I don't know why they'd go to back roads, Because I know the back roads will probably still have some damage too. But that's probably where they're going. And it's not just Entergy or Clico or Slimco. It's from everywhere. I know we have from South Carolina. We have electricians from Tennessee that are here. There was, if you guys saw on my post, there's an animal rescue group, Compassion Kind, that is supposed to be in Lake Charles now, helping out the animals. They are picking up, like, what you call that, non-perishable food items here in Louisiana, toiletries, cleaning supplies, things like that, to send over there. And the damage that they showed was just unbelievable. Laura can be called specifically a wind event. That's what she was. They honestly thought that the storm surge was going to be worse than it was. And I don't know what the exact feet of storm surge. She did have some, but I don't know what it was. Some places got a lot less than what they had called for, which was very lucky. But you can probably check out a lot of footage. There's a channel on YouTube that was there. I forget the name of it. And they have like bits and pieces and footage and drone footage of what happened and how bad it really was. Holly Beach, it went into Holly Beach and into Cameron. And what they showed on Holly Beach, a lot of homes that are on stilts because of Rita. I saw a lot that were tilted. A lot of roofs have been pulled off. Lake Charles roofs have pulled off. A lot of homes are wiped from their foundations. You get the point. But, you know, it's shocking and heartbreaking all at the same time. And with everything that's going on, people who were forced to evacuate, they had to be sent to hotels in Texas and New Orleans, and I think in Shreveport also, and in Baton Rouge as well. I forget where else. There's another place that they were sent. But they're telling people not to come back yet. And I can get why these people would want to, because they want to know what happened. They want to see what happened. I'd be devastated if I would have had to evacuate and not know what I'm coming back to. You know what I mean? So there's a lot that's going on, and everybody that's down here, we can't thank you guys enough for helping out and taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to come and help us out. I know there's a lot of places in Texas too that got some wind damage and storm surge as well. I think her wind gusts at landfall were 185 miles an hour. There was even talk of them upgrading her to Cat 5. 7 more miles up here or there wouldn't have made any difference. The damage, she did a lot of damage. That's all we know. It's just devastating so many people over such a large area. And to think it ain't over yet. We got until the last day of November for this to be going on. And then there's talk of another one. We're already into the P names, Paulette. And they said this was going to be a wild season. They were not kidding. I have never experienced a full-fledged hurricane where I'm at, surprisingly. Unless you kind of count Gustav, but, you know, the eye wall was supposed to pass over my house, but didn't. It passed a few miles east of me, of where I live. But as far as a direct hit, no. So I consider myself very lucky on that point. Seeing it on TV and seeing it in real life, there's no comparison. There can't be any comparison, because that's got to be the scariest thing to see that, or to experience that firsthand. We didn't even get hurricane force winds here. But I do know one thing, that the name Laura will be retired. They're never going to use her name again. She was actually the replacement for Hurricane Lily. So Laura had replaced Lily. I don't know what they're going to replace Laura with. Every 6 years they rotate names in and out. So we'll never see Laura again. It'll be a different name in 6 years' time. This year has got to have been one of the strangest years ever. It's almost like, you know, the law of threes, where everything good or bad happens in threes. It's kind of like that. It has been happening. Murphy's Law. Yep. And I'm dreading the fall, when it's going to have that warm air here and those cold fronts are going to start coming in. For us, that's our tornado season, believe it or not. We have it in November and then again in April, in the springtime. And I'm kind of dreading those days, because, I mean, you just know the other shoe is going to drop, so to speak. You can be lucky for one thing, and then your luck kind of runs out the next time. Mother Nature is not playing around this year, that's for sure. And the way it's been, I don't think I want to see what winter's got. We're probably going to end up with snow over here for all I know, which Duke would probably like to play in, but yeah, it's been a weird weather year for sure.